Hi, everybody. We have a big show coming your way. We're still trying to unwind what happened at Broward County at that school. They killed 17, wounded 15. Only one, though, is still in a life-threatening situation. All the signals missed. This guy seems to have been a problem for quite some time, violent for quite some time. People seem to know about it for quite some time. We'll try to see if it's possible to connect the dots and stop the next shooter, because so far it's become a political thing. We're expecting lawmakers to fix it. Is that really realistic? I want to get your take on that now, so go ahead and reply to that. And the phone number on the show, 1-866-408-7669. We're also going to be talking about the immigration debate. The Senate was 0 for 4 yesterday, put 4 plans forward. The Schumer plan was always going to fail. The Grassley plan was always going to fail. They only got 39 votes. But what you have now is a compromise plan with Mike Rounds. I don't understand why the president didn't go in and say, I got 2 pillars. How do I get 2.5 and 3? Why do they want the perfect bill? Why didn't they go for the possible bill? What about the president's big deal-making skills? Why did he not use them? As Lindsey Graham said yesterday, it's like he's afraid of Stephen Miller and other conservative pundits, when I think that he could have done something that Bush, Clinton, Obama couldn't do. And that is actually get something done on the border. Not everything, but go back for more. Amongst our guests today, Geraldo, Chris Whipple. He's going to be talking about the trouble that John Kelly is or is not in as chief of staff. He did a whole book on the chiefs of staff and their role in the White House. Not a big Trump fan. Just want to warn you. David Avella is going to be with us, too. David's doing something extraordinary.
He's the chairman of GOPAC.
And he is trying to get the Republicans to keep on to the House. Then you have Mark McGinnis, who's doing a run, a marathon, every month for a great cause. He's going to be joining us. Ed Rollins will be here. He's as wise as anybody in the business. Carly Shimkus will tell us about the stories we don't know about. Chris Stirewall, putting this whole political process in perspective and how the president missed his mark yesterday, perhaps. And Representative Randy Weber inside the Freedom Caucus and what they're going to try to pass today on the floor of the House, the Goodlatte bill, which sounds good for Republicans, but it's probably going to die an ugly death if it gets out of the House in the Senate. So we'll talk about also the Russia investigation. The Russia investigation is kind of interesting. Why did Steve Bannon get deposed for 20 hours by the Mueller gang? Really? I don't really see much signs of collusion. What are they seeing? I don't see obstruction of justice. What are they seeing? What does Steve Bannon know? He came in the summer. Anything that took place prior to him coming here. So we'll talk about that. We'll also talk about the fact that he's looking at some type of subpoena to appear in front of the House. Yesterday he showed up, but they answered maybe 4 questions out of it in 8 hours. So what's going on here? I'm not sure. We'll talk about that. And could Mike Flynn be getting himself out of trouble because there's new revelations in what Mike Flynn did and didn't do?
Michael says John Kelly is an honorable man. That's why people don't want him to serve.
Absolutely. I think he's got to stay exactly where he is.
Todd says the Second Amendment is non-negotiable. We need armed guards at all schools.
Absolutely. But keep in mind, too, we just found out there was an armed guard at this school. He was at a different entrance. The campus is huge. They have 3,000 students.
Melinda says mental health is the issue, not gun control. And Ryan said, should we ban cars and alcohol and whatever else might harm us?
Right. Not cars.
No.
But
Kat wants to know, how high is the ceiling in the studio? It's pretty high.
I wish I had a tape measure.
And it goes, maybe 60 feet?
Kurt says 60 feet.
I think it's 60 feet.
And he's really
we had this discussion.
Oh, really?
Because if you look at these light banks, you've probably seen them on TV, they move up and down. Yeah, so we talk distance about all that.
It's true, when they go up, that's usually our cue. That is time for us to
How many steps do you do a day?
What we're going to do with the safety, have it speed up?
Oh, yeah. So
the lights are going up. We're almost
if
time.
you want to find out how to make your own school safer right now, bottom line, get on the horn with your school today, right? Just call them up, find out what it is that their emergency plan is. This right here, created by a police officer, a psychologist, and feds. It is a panic button for teachers. They press a button, it does 4 things immediately. Calls 911, sends a map of where they press the button immediately to the other teachers, to the principal, and then it also sends a map and the trouble signal to police officers who are within 5 miles of the school or a business, wherever this button was pressed, and advises them that this is what's going on. It shaves off seconds for the response time for police to a shooter event like this, and potentially could save lives.
Sherry says, hi, Kurt. Other people say this looks good.
How many steps do you do a day, Brian? That's my question.
I don't know. I don't do that stepper thing.
But you have your watch on. You could tell. No?
But
Yes, we did.
what I think that VersaDesk has changed my life.
Why is it?
Even because I stand almost all the time.
But I don't think viewers understand, like you, all you guys, up and down the stairs here.
Oh, yeah, it's good.
Like all morning long. It is like a workout in and of itself.
It's the orange theory, only put into action. Yeah, absolutely. Only we're almost red. We're red, white, and blue, and yellow today.
And why does this elevator have no buttons? Why does that elevator have no buttons?
Because there's no elevator there yet, right?
Let us use it. It's not for humans.
Just
it's
for the Wizard
it's
of
for
Oz.
other things. Is that it?
Really
Oh,
one.
there's lots of other.
Teresa loves it. That's awesome.
Switch Kurt.
Really go down. Kat was very happy with the info on the ceiling.
Kurt, do we have to shoot this? Do we have to?
Let's do a tease. And,
All right.
see you
Okay.
on.
Don't forget. Listen to Sirius 450. Please, we're hopefully in your family of affiliates, and go to BrianKilmeadeShow.com. You could be listening live online. So it starts at 9, ends at noon, but you're going to be repeated. And don't forget the best of on Saturdays, now from 2 to 5. Right?
On the Patriot, yep, and then on your local affiliate
On the
as well.
Patriot Channel. Yes. Stay within yourself.